on Main Street after my eldest girl last Sunday?
I wasn't even tagging.
Don't you contradict me.
We was just walking together. Diesel Beats.
You watch your phraseology. I know what you is doing. My little Gracie Senior. Now you stay away from my eldest girl, or you'll hear from me till who laid the rails. Hill, I'll talk to you about this band thing Monday morning over at City Hall, 10 o'clock sharp.
Yes, sir.
Men, I want that spellbinder's credentials.
Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid. He's tough and he's got a gang meeting outside.
I'll show you how to break up the gang. Young miss, yes, what's your name?
Zanita, I don't have any idea why he's begging me to eat yet.
Zanita, do you know Tommy Gillis?
Well,
Tommy, this is Zanita. You're to escort the young lady home by way of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Yes, sir. Yes.
That way.
Professor, you're a pretty bright young fella.
And what can I say?
Well, you made a couple mistakes, though.
Oh?
The mayor happens to know the pool table and the billiard parlor.
Oh. My other mistake?
That's Zanita. She's the mayor's oldest girl.
Fantastic.
We're the school board. We need credentials.
Letters and papers. Make them put up the bomb.
What am I hearing? Say. Ice cream.
Ice cream, I ain't signed on that.
All right then, talk. Down here.
Ice cream,
Talk slow.
ice cream.
See, singing is just the same talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you right here. Ladies, from now on, you'll never see one of these men without the other two.
Oh, Professor, you're wrong. Why? They've hated each other for 15 years. Ice cream.
How can there be any sin insincere? Are we sincerely in love? I don't suppose you live alone or anything.
No.
Well, I have some wonderful caramels over at the hotel.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor of what? At what school did they give you a degree for annoying women in the street like a Saturday night rally in a public dance hall?
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana, gold medal class of '05.
Well, even should that happen to be true, does that give you the right to follow me around wherever I go? Another thing, Mr. Hill. I'm not as easily mesmerized or hoodwinked as some people in this town, and I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may give me some very interesting information about you.
Professor Hill, we're all agog, simply agog. On the queen bee. Everyone's so excited about the band. I'm Ethel Doppelmayr.
Oh.
And this is Miss Squife and Miss Hitch. And of course you met me, Laylee McHeckney-Shinn. Our mayor's wife. Isn't it exciting, Laylee? Oh, I couldn't say. I could not say. Oh, no, I could not say it this time. My husband will wish to investigate, I am sure. And naturally interested. Oh, yes, I am interested.
Naturally, Mrs. Shin, but you see, my music plans include a committee on the dance, and I was wondering if... Do that again, Mrs. Shin. The way you lifted your foot just then.
Oh, well, I have a blending there now.
Oh, what grace, what natural flow of rhythm, what expression of line and movement.
Mr. Hill.
Oh, you must accept chairmanship of the ladies' auxiliary for the classic dance. Mustn't she, ladies? Please accept, please say yes.
Eulalie McHeckney-Shinn. Well, that is dancing. Well,
Is that a yes?
yes indeed, and I would like to
Yes,
say...
thank you. Now, the young lady who plays the piano, Marion Carew, I believe.
After all, she is the librarian.
Exactly. Who do you think he was anyway?
Well, I'll say, show off gave the town the library too.
That's just it. When he died, he left the library building to the city. But he left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh yes, oh yes. That woman made brazen overtures with a gilt-edged guarantee. She had a golden flint in her eye and a silver voice with a counterfeit ring. She smiled her down, a noble wheel, a lump of lead. It's cold as steel, here, where a woman's heart should be.
Come with me. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to tea. I just wanted to ask you if you realize that you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso.
I don't know if I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your boy has the same firm chin and splendid cheek muscles, by George! Not that he'd ever be truly great to understand it.
Oh, is that so? And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the great cornet players were Irish. Oh, Mendez. Oh, Klein. Oh, Clark.
But, Professor, we're Irish.
No, really, that clinches it. Your boy was born to play the cornet. Signed here, Mrs. Peru. That'll be $7 for earnest money. Nothing more payable, nothing more due until the first installment payable at the opening of band practice. And, I'll need the boy's measurements. His band uniform.
His uniform?
Hello there, son.
I have
A stripe? Certainly, my boy. A wide right stripe down either side. How does that sound?
Well, you'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, even to us. So, if you get him to play in the band, it will be a miracle. Where are you from, Professor?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Was she now?
Indeed she was. Gold medal class about 5. Miss Marion.
Mr. Hill,
He wants to put Winthrop in the band.
do you burst into everyone's home like this?
Marion.
We're not interested.
Well, we have 1 for and 1 against. Why not let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Well, I do hope you'll excuse Marion. I mean, she's not.
Don't worry, I'm sure that at heart, she's just as wonderful and lovely a woman as you so. Happy holidays, Miss Peru.
To you too, Professor. Marion Peru.
Has he gone?
I hope not forever. Darling, don't
literature. Now, Mama, the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not. In this particular case, impress me.
All right, only it's a well-known principle that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you'll never strike much of a fire.
Mama. Oh, Winthrop, I know you're there. Oh, please go to the library and ask Miss Grubb to give you the book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal, 1890 to 1910. It's a large black volume.
Do I have to?
Oh, you won't have to talk to anyone. I've written it all down.
Oh, now what are you up to? Why do you need books at this hour of the night?
I have a feeling the Indiana Journal might help me poke some large holes in the professor's claims.
Sunita, hey, meet me after supper. Meet you where? The footbridge. The lumberyard and now the footbridge? And where will we meet next? The Blackpool of Calcutta? He can't tell me his papa!
Didn't I say get that spellbinder and Harold Hill's credentials? Why, I said in morning of October 4th, 1912.
Yes, George, but...
And now the whole town's turned upside down. The school board's stringing up street and down alley instead of attending to city matters.
Mary shouldn't.
Yes.
Oh, I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
His who?
His university.
I know all about that. In fact, that's the only thing I can never get out of the man. Gary Conservatory, gold medal class of about 5.
Well, if you'll just take a little time to read about the conservatory, I don't think you'll have to look any further. It's on page...
Papa, those flight wagons just come out for a depot.
At this hour of the day, the Wells Fargo wagon,
Could be the band
the band instruments, I want that man's credentials.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the hill. Please let me mommy. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the hill. Which I wish I knew what it could be. I got a box of maple sugar on my birthday.
Aren't I gonna get that?
Don't request us be a battle and across the good soul.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming now. It's in a pretty big surprise with COT. It could be curtains or dishes. So wonderful. It could be. Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be. Something special. Something very, very special now. Just for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming now. I don't know how I could ever wait to see. It could be something for someone who is no relation, but it could be something special just for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is a coming. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon, don't you dare to make this song until you stop for It's the band instrument!
Here you are, Winthrop.
My cornet! Gee, thanks, Professor!
Ladies and gentlemen, in due course, you will all receive individual instruction. In the meantime, stay off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
La-di-da, la-di-da.
Oh, Winthrop?
Sister! Sister! I've never seen something so scrumptious as scrumptious solid gold could be. Oh, sister!
Oh, thank you, Professor Hill. I've never seen Winthrop so happy.
My pleasure, Miss Peru.
Round one for you, Mr. Hill, but I better hear some by gad tune now and then, horns in pretty short order, or I'll see you in front of the grand jury. Now, Miss Mary, about that book.
Come, George.
Hold on, dear, I have to get something from the library.
Start her up, Mr. Washburn! Please see the new stuff that Professor Hill taught us!
All right, what will it be?
The Chivalry!
Oral kiss in the very first date is usually a husky, but oral kiss in the same turn up is anything but fussy. But one who waits a third time out, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She's the girl who's got his crown. She's shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy.
young woman, go home.
Mr. Mayor, I'd like you to know that I'm vouching for Tommy Gillis. That boy has the confidence of every kid in town. You'll be lining up to shake his hand by the time my band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the individual members were up to 4 gathered in wheelchairs on account of them tripping over their own beards. I'll tell you something, my fine young Oliver, Olden, JC, men, I want this man's references and I want him tonight. Don't let him out of your sight. He's slippier than a Mississippi sturgeon.
Oh, Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shins acted abominably. I think it wonderful of you coming to Tommy's defense.
Well, a man can't dodge an issue every time a little personal risk is involved, now can he? What does the poet say? The brave man dies only 500 times before his death, the coward 1,000.
I just wish I was a little more informed. I've been meaning to speak to you about Winthrop's cornet.
His cornet, mother of pearl keys.
Yes, I'm sure it's fine. He tells me about some think system. He says if he thinks the minuet in G, he won't have to bother with the notes. Oh, now, Professor.
Now, Miss Marion, the think system is a revolutionary method, I'll admit, but I cannot discuss such matters in public. If you'll allow me to call. When may I call?
Why, any night this week.
Take a little